Hey guys, happy Monday. Happy Monday and happy May 1st. Like, can you believe it? We are already at May 1st. We have officially finished the first quarter of 2023. Like, it is in the books, it is done. We have to move on. But it's not a bad thing. I love the idea of new fresh starts. So we had what January, February, March was quarter one. April was the beginning of quarter two. So we're in the midst, right in the middle of quarter two. It's a Monday and it's the first. Like, come on now. This is an amazing time to start anew. To look at, we have enough time that's passed this year where we have information. We can look at analytics, we can see what's working, what's not working, and we can make educated decisions to move forward. So this is a good time. Some of you may be feeling a bit of overwhelm. Maybe you're not where you wanted to be just yet. Maybe you tried some things and they didn't work out. But you have to realize that every setback, right, is just preparing you for a comeback. I know that sounds kind of like corny, but it's the truth. It is absolutely the truth. So, one thing I want to do real quick is just say, hey, I'm Corey. For those of you who don't know, I know we have some new people who are now in our community, especially in our private Facebook community. So, hello. For those of you who do not know me, I am a speaker, I'm a trainer, I'm a certified business coach, and I'm also the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. If you want a more formal introduction, join us tonight. Every Monday, we have a free training, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single Monday, where we give you tips and strategies to help move your business forward. Our main audience, now it doesn't mean you have to fit this niche, but just want to just be upfront. Our main audience are service providers, mostly coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, who are trying to scale, and I shouldn't just say scale, who are trying to start and scale their small businesses on a budget. So basically on a shoestring budget, trying to get things done. That's who we serve. So a lot of the strategies and tips we're going to give are for those audiences. I had to recently tell someone they were interested in ads, and I was like, that isn't really what we do, because most of our audience doesn't have the financing to do ads, and so we don't focus on that. But if you are someone who is really trying to hit your business goals for this year, and you have a very tight budget, then you are indeed in the right place. So I do want to welcome you to that. So Monday nights are where you can catch our I don't say very, but our more formal trainings. And those we definitely invite you to. But you'll also see me pop up on a random, like early Monday or a random Tuesday or Wednesday. And I also will give you some tips, some strategies. We do pop-up Q&As. We also have a master class series where you can come listen to other experts, right? I'm not the only voice in our community. They come and they talk about different things. We actually have a master class coming up soon, May 10th. So just 9 days from now, my good friend Lion Flood will be in the house. It's a free event, but you do have to register for it. I don't know. Let me see if I have a graphic form. I think I do. Like I said, this isn't a planned talk, but I do think I have one in here that's just sitting here waiting to be shown. Here we go. I'll put it big on the screen. In case you haven't registered, we have these master classes once to twice a month. Again, when we bring on an expert free to you, you just have to register. We're in a private Zoom room. And they're going to teach for about 30, 45 minutes and then allow lots of time for Q&A. Our masterclass on May 10th is about podcasting. Lion Flood is an amazing podcast host, and he's also been on tons of podcasts. His wife's a podcaster. His son's a podcaster. So, yes, he has a wealth of knowledge, all the way from just getting started all the way to he has landed some amazing podcast sponsors, and he has monetized his podcast. He also leverages his podcast to funnel people into his other offers, which I know a lot of you guys want to do. Like, why have a podcast if you're not going to use it as an asset? So he'll be talking to us about podcasting, how to make connections doing podcasts, and also how to leverage other podcasts to get to other assets. So that'll be on May 10th. And if for some reason May 10th is a horrible day for you and you can't come live, even though we encourage you to do so, we do offer, if you register, the free replays for 48 hours. So there you go there. All right. So today I just wanted to quickly talk a little bit about your comfort zone, guys. It doesn't matter who you are. I promise you, it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care who you follow on social media or whose conferences or events you've been to, and they just look like they're never nervous. They're just this amazing entrepreneur. I promise you, there is something that they are nervous or fearful or apprehensive to try to do, right? Everyone has a comfort zone, and that comfort zone is made to protect us, right? We want to be in places where we feel comfortable, happy, content. But as an entrepreneur, you need to realize that in order to move to the next level of the journey, we have to step outside of that comfort zone, right? We only can do so much in our little bubble. Just let's just be frank. It doesn't matter again what you aren't nervous about. You really do have to say, okay, I know this thing needs to get done. I gotta go do it. I'll give you a real life example. I consider myself well, I am a millennial. Let's be frank. And I don't like being on the phone with people, right? I feel like most things can be said in a text or an email, and then that allows me to answer or respond when I feel like it. And that's the way I like to communicate. A little selfish, but it's the truth. And so I'm not a fan of phones. And I've had clients who love talking on the phone with me, and I'm like, it's just hard to get people off. I'm just gonna be honest. But I have a coach because I do believe every coach needs a coach. And today's challenge was a phone challenge for us. And we were challenged to send text messages. I was like, okay, I can do text messages, right? And I'm about the assignment. Like, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of a program. I know some of you, I've talked to you, and you say that you have tried other coaching programs in the past, and for whatever reason they didn't work, and that leaves you kind of nervous to try others. But what I find is that you can make any program successful. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta do what you're supposed to do and learn what you need to learn. And so for me, if I pay money to be coached, I'm going to do what the coach says to do. So today's thing was to text people, let them know what you do, and ask for referrals. um our goal was, at least, I think she said 20 to 35. I did 80. I'm an overachiever. But it's funny because that wasn't out of my comfort zone. Like I said, I don't mind, if I can respond when I feel like it. But what happened was someone immediately texted me back, and I was like, oh God, I have to talk to these people. But then, even worse, we're going to put quotes on that. They called me, and I was like, no. Because I just texted them. Obviously, they know like I'm alive and breathing. Like I need to answer the phone, but I did. I answered the phone, and that is what's outside of my comfort zone. And it's not because I suck at it. It's because I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. It's a lot. It's a lot more. Anything could happen, in my opinion, versus when I'm on like a Zoom, I can read your face. I can really set the tone of the meeting. But when it's a phone call, it's like, hello, and you don't know what's going to happen next. And so I did answer the phone, even though I was very uncomfortable doing so, and I had a really good conversation. It was funny because the person was like, how do we know each other? And I was like, oh, I don't remember. But we got to the bottom of it. Come to find out, when I was traveling last year, I met this amazing gentleman in an elevator. And it's funny because in my phone, it just says his first name and sales next to it. Because he told me, again, we had a hotel, you've had a few drinks, we were coming back from dinner, and we were just chit chatting quickly, and I quickly put him in my phone, and I put sales behind it. So I knew he did something in sales, and I went about my life, and I forgot to message this man. It's been over 6 months. And so now I'm messaging him out the blue. He's like, how do we know each other? So we found out, yes, we met in an elevator. He was on a business trip. I was on a business trip. I was actually in St. Louis supporting a client having an event. But yeah, now we're going to connect and see how we can, refer each other, which was amazing. So I spent about an hour and a half doing those, I'm going to call them pitch texts or referral texts. And from that, I've gotten several people that have messaged back. Some people who said they would refer me to other people, and then a phone call. So it's like, woo. But I say all this to say is that was outside of my comfort zone. Getting on the phone, didn't know what was going to happen. But actually, it's funny because on the call, he was like, you should do this more often because you're really great on the phone. And I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. But a lot of you are probably in that place where your coach, or sometimes you just know you're supposed to do it. You need to be sending out emails, or you should be reaching out in the DMs. You should be cold calling, or at least telling people what you do. But it's outside of your comfort zone. But I want to encourage you this May, right? This is the first day of May. You haven't messed up yet. I encourage you to think about the things that are really going to move your business forward. A lot of you are busy for the sake of being busy. I'm gonna be honest. And I actually just DM'd somebody this today. And I was like, people say they're busy, they say they're working on their business, but they're doing a lot of things that they're comfortable doing, but that aren't truly moving the needle in their business. So if you're really good at emails and you don't mind making copy, you're gonna spend a lot of time doing that thing. But while you're doing that thing, you're not getting on the phone with people, you're not making new products, you're not pitching yourself for podcasts or going to speak at events to talk about your business because you're comfortable sending emails, right? So I get it. You want to be where you're comfortable, but I encourage you this month to push yourself a little bit. Get a little bit outside that comfort zone. Figure out what you really should be focusing on. What's going to give you the most bang for your buck, and do that thing. And then also, if you're out here spending money on a coach, do what your coach says. I know it's scary. I'm telling you, I push myself every day. My coach, we're having a 14-day challenge where every day she's going to make us do something new. Who knows what we're going to do? And it's only day one. And she's like 35 text messages. Like, good God, lady. But if you do them, you'll see the benefit, whether it's a small thing or big thing. In all honesty, even if no one had responded or nobody called me, it still would have been a success of the fact that I did something I hadn't done before. I had never text my audience. And it's funny because these are the people that I at least have met. I don't put, and this is my real phone, not my business phone. If I like the people who are on like our email list and stuff, they never make it into my real phone. And so if it was like a cold person I had never met, it wouldn't have been somebody I would have texted today. So these are people that have met me. Well, yes, these people have met me or have done business with in some way, in my phone. So it was no reason to really be afraid. But I get, like I said, I get the apprehension, guys. I get the nervousness, but I want to encourage you, just like I am pushing myself, I want you to push yourself and come up with a list of things you want to do to move that business forward, especially those things you've been pretty uncomfortable doing, right? I always tell people going live. Like, some people are afraid of camera. Go do it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? If you name it, I've probably done it already. I've already fallen out of a chair. The dog has come up on me, about ready to attack. I've been in my pajamas. All kind of things. Hair's been sliding around. Forgot what I was gonna say. Started my words, choked on air. The list goes on and on. But I feel like people like that more personable touch, right? They're not looking necessarily for perfection. Because when I do find coaches who are too perfect, right? Because they're not really perfect, but feel too perfect, I find that I can't connect with them. And I feel like that's a sentiment across the board. You want someone who resonates with you, who shares some of the same journey as you, the same obstacles that you've had to face. Like, if you're a mom, a busy mom with kids, you are more likely to work with somebody who's also had a successful business as a busy mom with kids. That's just the reality of the situation. Why would you work with a man? Well, you could, but it's going to be harder for a man who doesn't have any children, who maybe came from privilege, for you to see yourself in that, right? Like, that will never be your life. You already have kids, like, they're there, and you're gonna have to work around that. And they did not have to overcome those obstacles. And I'm not saying you can't learn from them, but I'm saying that you will resonate with more and get probably more value out of somebody who shares some of your experiences. Just being honest. All right, but take that with a grain of salt. Find who works for you. A few things real quick, because this isn't going to be a long live at all. I just wanted to come up here and give you guys a little bit of encouragement. I do want to say, if you are in our private Facebook community or if you are on LinkedIn, I have updated, I believe, everything for May that should be coming out. Well, everything but one thing, and I'll talk about that in a second. Tonight, Monday Night Live will be on scaling your coaching business. Let me click on it to see what else it says, because guys, these things are pre-programmed. I don't remember. All right, so scaling your coaching business, how to expand your reach and revenue streams. You're going to discover the strategies and tactics to scale your coaching business beyond one-on-one sessions and generate some passive income. Amen. So that is on tonight. If you are in, like I said, LinkedIn or our private community, you can see all the topics for the rest of the month. We have setting up your sales funnel. We have mastering your message. We have productivity hacks for busy coaches, and then overcoming imposter syndrome. And I do try to make a little balance during the month between some mindset and some implementation type things, because I'm an implementation type girl. I want to get things done. And then don't forget May 10th, we have the master class with Lion, and then on May 22nd, we have Carly Pippin coming in, and she's going to be talking about overcoming imposter syndrome. So those are going to be great topics for this month. Now, the one thing I didn't mention, and let me pull it up on my screen so I have my my information correct. But I recently, so if you and I put a post out recently about moms, right? There are quite a few moms in this group. Shout outs to moms who own businesses. All right, mom entrepreneurs, momapreneurs. I think that's what we're gonna call us. Um, I just booked an event. It's really great. And it's called Mom Powered 2023. It's a virtual event, and it is free. But it's for mom entrepreneurs, women who are basically doing it all, right? And I really do want to encourage you to get yourself a virtual ticket. The event takes place May 9th through the 13th. Um, and I do encourage, let me put the information here for you guys. We just started marketing it today, so I have nothing loaded, to be honest. But my session, there's going to be over 30 speakers, and my session comes out on the 9th of May. So day one, you know how that goes. Matter of fact, let me see. I can just put it on the screen so you guys can see. See, I'm getting better. Remember the days when I was like, y'all, I'm going to figure out this technology piece, and y'all didn't believe me. I feel like y'all doubted me. Let me see if I can get it. Like I said all that and then realized I don't know if I can get it. Like I was sitting here like, no, the graphics. Hold on, let me see. I think I have to save it as a PDF. I don't know if it's gonna let me. I ain't got all this time, y'all. All right, well, I'm trying to get this up. Like I said, over 30 speakers from all over the country who are moms who have successful businesses. And I think it's important for us to see and talk to people who again are dealing with or who have already dealt with the same challenges that you are currently facing. I know that my journey definitely would not have been the same had I not been a mom, had I not um been a homeschooling mom, right? If I wasn't a wife, if I wasn't disabled, like those things make my journey very unique. And so, if you are a mom who is either thinking about entrepreneurship or who already has a business and wants to connect with others who are in that same sphere, I just encourage you guys to join us. Like I said, it's completely free. And I'm going to get you a link. I probably will post it after this just because I don't want to be too long. Like I don't want to be before you too long. I'm trying to see where I put the link for my assistant. There you go. Boom. Um, Let me see if I have it that I can share with you. I have all my little information set up in here, and I'm like, where is the link? Oh, it says links. I was smart. It says links. There we go. My link, it says. All right. So I will put this in the chat for you guys so that you can see it. But definitely join us. Like I said, May 9th through 13th, um, over 30 speakers, all moms. Look, that's a cute one. Look, I made these graphics myself, y'all. Sometimes I outsource, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to do me. So yeah, so May 9th through the 13th, you can check us out. And it's virtual, which is really great because then you can watch in the comfort of your own home. And you still can connect with the speakers, which is great as well. My session is going to be about monetizing your passion because that is what I am so excited about this year for people, just realizing that no matter what your passion is, that you can monetize it. It doesn't have to be whatever you're doing currently in your 9 to 5. If you know that people need the support and you can offer them that and you can solve their problem, then that's all that really matters. So definitely join us at the Mom Powered 2023 event. And definitely let me know that you got your ticket because I want to know. I want to know who's going to be in the house, and who's going to be getting this amazing knowledge because I want to know what your takeaways are and also what you thought of my session. So definitely, I put it in the chat. I'll do it on LinkedIn too. Give me 1 second. Because y'all be surprised, like even with all these screens, it takes a lot of energy to be doing all the things at once. And then while I'm talking about this and these events, I just want to shout out Maria. I think she's in our Facebook community, but shouts out to her, and that she is on LinkedIn as well. She's the owner of Autism in Black. She had her third annual conference this weekend. I was so excited to be a part of that because like wow, it was so amazing. She brought in speakers from all over the world. Somebody was from the UK, somebody was from Canada. Amazing speakers talking about autism in the Black community. She actually has already thrown out the dates for her 2024 conference. I'm excited about that. So just shouts out to her. Like I said, I'm always trying to plug what you amazing people are doing and what's coming up for you and the accomplishments you're having. So please, if you have an event coming up that you think people in the community should know about, DM me, let me know, send me the flyer, tell me what's going on, so that we can share it here in this community. Because it's not just about me. Like I'm pretty cool, but everything is not about me. And so I really want to give you guys the opportunity to talk about what you do and share it. Someone else shared something recently. I can't remember what it was, but I did see it and I liked it. Um, so I know that you guys are also sharing. And remember, every Sunday, and I'll do better about putting a post up to remind you guys, but every single Sunday, you guys can share. Um, I'm trying to do it in LinkedIn. It's not. Oh, there it goes. Is that the button? Oops. You guys can share what it is that you do. So if you have an offer, a product, a service, what have you, please do share that every single Sunday, because that's the way the group works. So that is what we got. Okay, cool. I put it. LinkedIn and Facebook has gotten it. Oh, regular Facebook didn't. So let me throw it in there too. But yeah, so we'll see you back here tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will, like I said, we'll be popping in throughout the month. And also, for those of you who haven't checked us out yet, don't forget that we have a new podcast. It's called the iRock Business with Confidence podcast. And we would love for you to take a look, send us a review. Season 1 is up and running. We have new episodes that'll be dropping. Actually, this week will be a double drop. So just, check it out. We'll put out posts about the new episodes. So just stay tuned for that. But we have found some amazing experts to come and talk to you not only about the struggles that they face and the challenges and success stories, but also things to implement in your business. Because, like I said, we're about getting things done this year. And so we will be letting you guys know how to do those things. So we have people coming talking about, we have podcasting, we have authors, best-selling authors, we have people talking about getting published for your story, Instagram marketing, business plans, finances, protecting your business legally. The list goes on and on and on. So that make sure that you have all the pieces you need to be successful. All right. So with that being said, guys, I will see you guys tonight as we dive into our May Monday Night Lives. And you guys let me know if there's any topics that you want me to talk about that are in my wheelhouse. Just send me a DM. And of course, at any time, if you're like, Corey, I need some help. I've been seeing you. Because I have people who said that, like, I've been following you for a while. If you've been seeing us for a while and you've been getting the emails, you've been seeing the messages, the posts, the reels, what have you, book a free call. Why not? Book a free call, talk to us, and let us know what you got going on and how we can best support you. Because I promise you, we will try. We don't offer it. We will point you in the right direction to get what you need done. Because we can all be successful, right? Because my motto: I rock, you rock, we all rock. And guys, I will talk to you tonight. See you guys soon.